why is the song Billie Jean by Michael Jackson so incredible? Let's analyze it. Billie Jean is a song by Michael Jackson, produced by Jackson and Quincy Jones and recorded in 1983. Since the song came out, obviously it was a part of Thriller, the iconic album, but I feel like the song is very unique and this is why it stays number one. Quincy Jones didn't even want this record to be on Thriller, which is crazy, but Michael obviously loved the song and he was like, come on, everybody's gonna dance to it. It's got this incredible quality to it. So they decided to keep it. Michael Jackson wanted the song to be called Billie Jean and Quincy Jones wanted it to be called Not My Lover. And obviously Michael won, and rightfully so. So firstly, the song was mixed 91 times. This is an incredible amount of times. But then in the end, Quincy decided to stay with the second mix, which often happens. Quincy Jones really wanted to shorten the intro, and Michael insisted on it to be this length. So now we hear Michael's version, which is incredible. We have almost a 30 seconds intro, which was quite unusual for the time. So the instrumental is quite incredible, and some of my favorite parts are the guitar strumming. The guitarist was David Williams, and he calls himself a secret spice. So he says himself, you don't need much of it, but the right amount gets the job done. I really love how this guitar only comes up at the second part of the chorus. So the first part is like not mellow, but it's not as urgent as the second part. And I feel like this strumming really adds an incredible vibrance to the song. Another thing about the David Williams guitar is that they recorded it for the demo in Michael Jackson's home studio, and then they tried to replicate the sound in the studio with Quincy Jones, but they just couldn't. They wanted this really clear sound that was there in the demo, and they couldn't, so they ended up using the sound from the demo. So after Michael Jackson, Williams worked with Earth, Wind and Fire, Madonna, so he recorded guitar in True Blue and Like a Prayer. This really cinematic string arrangement was recorded by Jerry Hay, who is an American trumpetist and a string arranger. Before even going to the studio, Michael Jackson would hear the entire song and all the instruments put together already. So he would just go to the studio and say like, you play this, you play this, you play this part, and he would sing every part to every musician, which is quite incredible. Even though it was strings, it was quite different from the usual disco strings arrangements that we had in the late 70s. So this one is a lot slower and it has this cinematic quality to it. The one thing that I find absolutely incredible is that Michael Jackson recorded the whole song in one take. When you watch videos on YouTube analyzing every vocal or instrumental part, and then they're like, oh, he probably took 100 takes and then they just cut it up because it's too perfect. But then no, it's actually just one take. So apparently the lyrics of the song were written by Michael Jackson because he had a bunch of stalkers who would send him letters saying that they had his children. So there was this one woman who was saying she had twins by Michael Jackson, and she was so persistent that he wrote the song and he was suffering nightmares about it. And then there you have it. Thriller is the best-selling album of all time, and Billie Jean is probably one of the top songs by Michael Jackson. And even Pharrell says that it's the best song ever written. He says, I think there will never be a song like this one again, with this bass line, with this kind of effect, this eternalness, this perfection. There you have it. I couldn't have said it better.